What's up guys? Today's video is on the best LG TVs. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that'll meet the needs of different types of buyers, so whether it's price performance or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. At number 5. LG Nano 90, Best LG TV with LED Tech. LG's LCD TVs have a hard time as LG focuses on making a case for OLED superiority. However, if you're looking for an LCD TV, the Nano 90 is more than capable and won't cost as much as the flagship C2 OLED at the top of this list. The arrival of HDR has been particularly challenging for IPS screens, putting even more strain on IPS's inherent contrast controls. The Nano 90's new backlight power management system, though, truly transforms LG's LCD HDR fortunes, despite some mild backlight flickering. Contrast is vastly improved over past LCD models, too, and black levels are, if not on a par with OLED, certainly still capable. During our LG Nano 90 review we wrote, it finally finds a way to massively improve, if not quite fully solve, LG's long-running LCD contrast and backlight problems. It does this, too, without sacrificing the viewing angle benefits of IPS LCD screens, while also bringing out the strengths of LG's nanocell color technology in a way we've never been able to appreciate before. We imagine that if you're after an LED set at this price range, you'll probably be making the jump to a QLED from Samsung. But for LG enthusiasts, though, the Nano 90 is still a solid choice for your home. At number 4. LG A2, Best Budget OLED LG TV. This is LG's most affordable OLED, and while that inevitably means it lacks some of the features of its more expensive stablemates, LG hasn't cut corners when it comes to picture quality. The OLED panel here is very impressive with bright whites, deep blacks and excellent contrast. As you'd expect, the HDR support, like other LGs, includes Dolby Vision. In our tests we found that the A2 lived up to LG's claim of near-infinite contrast, delivering deep blacks, along with eye-catching highlights. We measured 524 nits maximum light output in the standard HDR picture mode, 542 nits in vivid, and 526 nits in filmmaker mode. Unfortunately, the speakers are weedier than in the more expensive models, and while we could hear dialogue okay, we found ourselves wanting more oomph for action scenes in movies and TV shows. For gamers, the A2 lacks the HDMI 2.1 ports you'll find in the higher spec models. It does have auto low latency mode, OLM, but the display is 60 Hz, not 120 Hz, and there aren't the HDMI 2.1 gaming features such as variable refresh rates. However, those features are really for the most intense gamers. If you're the kind of player who isn't playing competitive esports, then it's perfectly fine for the likes of Fortnite. The A2 may lack the highest specs of its stablemates, but when it comes to picture quality it's a very fine TV. If you want to spend as little as possible to get really great visuals, this is an excellent option. At number 3. LG G2, Best Premium OLED TV with a stunning design. After something a bit more stylish? The LG G2 OLED is a knockout television that delivers a super thin design that comes with a special flush wall mount, so it barely protrudes from the wall. The real hero here is LG's OLED Evo technology with Brightness Booster Max, which makes this LG's brightest OLED yet, even more than the LG C2. Matched with excellent image processing, Dolby Vision HDR and, yes, 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, it's very well future-proofed. In our LG G2 review we wrote, the best surprise of all is the way the G2 uses its extra brightness to make pretty much every frame of any source you care to mention look even more sublime than it has on any LG OLED before. The breathtakingly slim design makes it a real centerpiece television, with the contrast and color benefits of OLED pushed to new, lighting-enhanced heights. The new A9 Gen 5 AI processor is even more capable of smartly upscaling and processing on-screen objects in the most suitable way. Watch out though, the G2 is really designed to be wall-mounted, and it doesn't come with a TV stand or feet out of the box. You can buy a floor-standing gallery stand alongside, or find a third-party solution for placing on a counter, though. At number 2. LG C1, Best LG TV for those who want an affordable OLED. This LG TV was the best LG TV of last year until the C2 at the top of this guide showed up on the scene. But it's still a great choice because the arrival of the newer LG C2 means that the previous model is now widely available for considerably less cash. While it's not quite as bright as the larger screen versions of the C2, The C1 delivers a wonderful OLED picture with an infinite contrast ratio, vivid colors, and deep blacks. The powerful A9 Gen 4 AI processor on board offers excellent image quality, excellent motion handling and good upscaling, although sometimes we found that upscaled faces were a little redder than they would be in real life. That's a really minor niggle, though. The visuals here are first class. Although this is a slightly older model, its specification is still ahead of many rivals. You're getting 4K resolution, Dolby Vision HDR, Dolby Atmos, and 4 HDMI 2.1 inputs too, making it totally future-proof for next-gen gaming. This is an excellent TV and excellent value for money too. If you've been wanting an OLED TV but couldn't quite justify the price, this is the TV for you. At number 1. LG C2, the best LG TV for most people. Last year's LG C1 was our pick for the best OLED TV for most people. Now the LG G2 takes its place as it represents an upgrade on the C1 in some significant ways. For starters, it's now available in a tiny, by OLED standards, 42-inch model as well as the more familiar larger screen sizes, and its OLED Evo technology delivers significantly improved color and brightness. However, it is worth pointing out that the smaller 42 and 48-inch models don't get the brightness boost. The LG C2 has better color saturation than the C1 and there's a brand new processor, the Alpha A9 Gen 5. The standout feature of the new processor is that it delivers better object enhancement and dynamic tone mapping than the C1, so what you get is a very realistic and detailed picture. In our LG C2 review we wrote, having tested it with everything from regular SD shows to Dolby Vision blockbusters, the C2 OLED has proven itself more than capable of handling pretty much any content you can throw at it. During our testing we struggled to find any negatives. Yes, the lack of HDR10 Plus support was disappointing, but with HDR, HDR10 Pro, HLG and Dolby Vision all the other key standards are covered. And the Vivid mode isn't very nice, although that applies to pretty much every other manufacturer's Vivid mode too. And on the upside the Filmmaker mode is wonderful, and so are the Cinema and HDR Cinema modes. If you're on a tight budget the larger and older C1s are more affordable, but the C2 is the better TV thanks to the significantly brighter panels on the larger models. So if you're looking for the best LG TV you can buy right now, the C2 is it. Thanks for watching. For more details, follow the links given below in the description section, and if you are new here please subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon.